sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On first down, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, what's the ball? Mike, check. 59. Rabbit.
Watson now to throw. Steps, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Watson on third down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
And the Texans first down.
So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Wide open receiver complete. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And he he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 10 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On 2nd and 15 now. Vick. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
What's tight? Tight is right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Now here's Vick. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Watson on 1st down. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And well to create the yardage that they got, but it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Watson. setting up the screen for Miller. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Watch the whip.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Adrian Claiborne coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your plate.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The sack there by Rasheem Green. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Coming this way, here we go, here we go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
After the sack on first down, Vick, this one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, Atlanta.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, B, let's go. Let's get there. 25, check 25, check 25.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Big stop, let's go. A little flare. way. Mucho poco. Echo, echo. Right, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. I got you. I got you, son. Off. You're all mine. You're all mine.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Body Calhoun. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hustle. 90 is a mic. You go, night. Something like that. 90 is a mic. Here we go. Heavy. 90 is a mic. We own them.
To throw again, Vick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
90 is a mic. Here we go, T. Here I come. 90 is a mic. QB drop. Watch QB drop. 90 is a mic. Tighten up. Pull it together. 90 is a mic. Hey, pick your game up. 90 is a mic.
On 3rd down, Vick. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Agnew.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing again on second down. Vick, coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. All you get on
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Vick. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down, Falcons.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Vick operating on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Vick readies to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Here's Vick. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike. Come. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, Mike.
Vick will look to throw on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Their mobile, agile quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
Next to score, Texans 24, Falcons 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Throwing again is Watson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Let's go, let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Vick. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, Vick. And this is going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
3 down. 90 is a Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run. 90 is a Mike. And it's getting in holes. 90 is a Mike.
Here goes Vick on 4th down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Here's throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.